Would you like to split the money with me, Dre?
Obviously, it shows that you were well deserving of the money.
Hey, I remember him telling me about his family members, his mom.
I know I'm a bit soppy, but what can I do? I cried. I actually bawled because I personally feel Dre deserved the money, and for Elys to do that for him, there's nothing bigger than that. That shows a lot of growth and a lot of compassion and empathy for others. And I'm so happy she did that for him. I really am. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Too Hot to Handle, Season 5, Episode 10. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos. Did I expect anything different? No. I wasn't surprised when the boys refused the money because it made more sense for them to stay on the show longer than to be known as the greedy people that were faking a relationship so that they could appear on a show. So it makes sense that they decided to stay on the show and try and root for love, because that's a better arc than being known as the guy who went on a dating show and then decided to dump the girl he was saying he had feelings for just because he wanted $25,000. When you convert that to, they're both from the UK, it's not that substantial amount of money. I don't even think it's about 20k anyway. So it makes sense that they both decided that, you know, they want to stay on the show. And then Lana reveals that, you know, because they've made this decision, they're still in the running for the prize funds. So they both have a chance to win the prize money. And everybody's ecstatic because they were all very nervous. They didn't know which way the boys were going to swing, whether they were going to take the money or whether they were going to stay. And it made sense that they were going to stay since they were still on the show, because if they had taken the money, as I said before, they would have left the show. Everybody's ecstatic because it's the last night of the resort and they all are excited to take the lessons that they've learned with them when they go home. In the morning, they're all still celebrating the accomplishments, the fact that nobody lost them any further money overnight, and they commend Dre for his efforts to make sure that they saved the prize fund, which was good. They then go for a final workshop, and Alex reveals that he's fallen in love with Elys, and for me it's like, how do we go from I'm not sure to I'm in love? Make it make sense. Is he just saying that because he wants to win the show, or is he saying that because he's got genuine feelings for Elys? I don't get that. I am nervous. I think he could be just saying it just because he wants to win. Or I don't know how genuine his feelings are. I know he cares about her, but I don't think he cares about her enough to say he's in love. But hey, that's just me. Obviously, Christine is ecstatic at the fact that Louis chose her over the money, and she feels he's grown, and she feels she's grown as well as a person, and she's grateful for that. Dre is grateful that, you know, he's found his self-worth and is ready to commit in a relationship. Lois says the same. And so it seems everybody acknowledges that they've made some sort of change in their life. Megan is happy that she doesn't focus on the fact that she's second best and that she's actually realized her worth during this process, and she will be able to go on and sort of pursue relationships that are productive and not focused on being second best. Trey feels like he's ready to invest in a relationship with someone. During, you know, before he came on the show, he was a ladies' man. He wasn't into commitment or investing emotionally into a relationship. And also Hunter says the same, and he's going to miss everyone. So I personally think, though we didn't get to see the stories of everybody else, I think during the workshops, there's been an epiphany, an aha moment where people have realized that this is how you should be in a well-functioning relationship. This is how you should deal with your issues that you have, your insecurities, your anger issue, whatever it is that stops you investing in someone else. I think the skills they've gained have shown them that there is more than just themselves, and that they need to be considerate of those around them and those that care for them. So, which I really loved. Then Elys stood up. Obviously, Elys, her parents got divorced, and because of that divorce, it left her so traumatized that she was very detached from people and didn't like the idea of being emotionally attached to anyone or having a boyfriend or anyone that might hurt her in any way. So she says that coming on to the show, into the resort, And going through the process, she has gained a lot. She's learned to open herself up to new experiences. She's learned to open herself up emotionally, and now she has a boyfriend. So she's very appreciative of the process. She's very appreciative, and she feels that she's gained a lot, and she leaves the resort as a different person, which was amazing. And then Dre spoke about the fact that, because he wasn't the best looking as a child, when he had his glow up, he used women as toys, to boost his ego, to, he built sort of his bravado the way he did with Lindsay when she said she wasn't sexually attracted to him, and he had to kiss her to prove a point to himself that no, it wasn't the fact that he wasn't attractive, it was just that she just didn't like him. And so he also grew up being told that you shouldn't cry, you shouldn't show emotion because people will take advantage of you. And he says going through the process has opened him up to the idea that it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to open up yourself to new experiences. It's okay to sort of not have other people be the reason why you feel empowered. So be self-aware, be able to love yourself and empower yourself without needing to sort of sleep around with ladies or make out with ladies. So for him, he felt he was a better man because he says he remembers that he used to tell his sisters that I don't want you to date a guy like me. And he said as a result of going through this process, he feels now he will encourage his sisters to say, I want you to date a guy like me because I'm a different man. And for me personally, I think I connected more with Dre because he really seemed to be on the journey. He really seemed to be wanting to be a better man, a different man from the man he was when he entered the experiment. I know at the start he seemed obsessed about the money and money, money, money. And then he went through the section where he spent some money and he was quick to own up to say, I've spent some money, and everybody forgave him because they said you've been encouraging us to save money, so one kiss is nothing. And so after the end of the workshop, Lana calls everyone to the cabana and then reveals that instead of announcing couples that are in the running for the prize fund, it's going to be individuals that are in the running for the prize fund, which I thought was amazing because my predictions were that I wanted either Dre to win or Lewis, because Lewis had been the most entertaining all season long. And so when Dre was announced, I wasn't surprised. I was surprised that Elys was announced. From what I saw, she had made changes, but I didn't think she had made significant changes, although she had asked Alex to be her boyfriend. Anyway, then Dre and Elys are asked to go and get ready, and the rest of the guests are asked to vote for who they think deserves to win the prize fund. And I had high hopes that they would vote for Dre. I really had high hopes because a lot of people in their confessionals were talking about Dre and how much that money would do for him and would change his life, because obviously he's got his mom and he's got his 11 siblings, so all of them could benefit from 100,000. And he himself even said, $100,000 is a lot of money for my family. It will change our lives. It's not for me, it's for the rest of my family. It will help change them and set them up for life. And so when the guests all sat down and Dre and Elys came out, I was sort of a bit anxious because I didn't know which way they were going to swing. Because in their confessionals, everybody made it seem as though it was a given they were going to give it to Dre. That's the impression that I got. But then when it was announced that Elys won the money, I was happy for her, but I was sad for Dre. I really was. And I think the moment I broke down was the moment that Elys sort of decided to split the fund and take 50% and give Dre 50%. And for me, it really, I actually feel emotional now. It was very emotional because it showed that she's grown. It showed that she's a better person than it showed growth. It showed empathy. It showed understanding, compassion for others, everything. Because Dre really needed the money, and everybody knew Dre really needed the money, but there was nothing they could do in regards to the money because it would have to go to a vote, and you couldn't guarantee that everybody else was going to vote for the same person. But I have to give it to Lana as well, because she decided to nominate individuals and not couples, because had they nominated couples, then Dre would not have been in the running for the prize fund. So, God, I'm so emotional about that. So I really liked that, and this season for me was a bit slow. If not for Dre chasing the money or Lois, the other stories were sort of they were sort of drab. I don't know whether it was the casting or whatever, but this cast wasn't. Yes, they got along. They seemed to get along, but I think they could have done better. But that's just me. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Bye everyone.